Okay guys, there are a few things I want to talk about and in a ratio of professionalism for me, I've even written down some notes. I'll attempt to read from them, or at least refer to, without digressing too much. I am going to talk about democracy, British nationalism, Christianity, and the coming protest concerning King Charles that's taking place on the 3rd of this month outside Windsor Castle. And finally, I'm going to ask just what it will take to make the British people, and by British, I mean British, not British citizens. To be honest, I don't give a flying fig for what they think or say. They are either with us or they are not. I first wrote that democracy and demographics would be the death of the UK and also Europe over 20 years ago. Since then, my belief in democracy has vanished completely. All it has done since first incepted has provided a rotating dictatorship of political parties with only superficial differences with all those parties, all pushing a bigger single globalist goal of a one world government controlled from a world capital in the Middle East, which would be controlled by a tiny handful of families who pull the financial strings of the world through usury and financial fraud such as fractional reserve banking and quantitative easing. There are only two real solutions to our nation's problems, and that would either be a benevolent dictator who loves his country more than life itself and wants a future for his nation's children and future, or a political party with a leader who has complete control over his party, who will do his bidding without question, and who will have the same dreams of a better Britain, no matter what needs to be done or how painful it is. Now on to nationalism. There's only one genuine type of nationalism, and that is nationalism of the native people of a country. Those who are citizens of a nation or support the nationalists are welcome allies. But that is all they are or ever can be, is allies. They can never be British nationalists. Now on to the coming protest outside Windsor Castle, which will be calling on King Charles to explain his treason to our country by turning his back on his Christian oath of being the defender of the faith. For me, I do not want or care what his reasons for what he said are, and the changing of his title. All I want from him is for him to abdicate in favour of a true Christian king or queen who will defend the faith. If he will not do that, then it's time for a republic. I call on all British people to attend this demonstration, even if they have lost their faith and have become understandably disillusioned with the corrupted and subverted Church of England. Finally, and this saddens me, just what the heck has gone wrong with the native British people? New horrors continue to happen daily. Horrors that only multiply with every new boat across the channel that lands or is escorted across the channel by our traitor navy, or yet another legal law change that allows more of those who are being brought to our country to replace us in order that the globalists can use democracy to prevent the British people ever taking back our country. A real British man, would ask after the recent news of a 2-year-old child being sexually abused before being murdered, would be enough to have the entire population of the United Kingdom marching on 10 Downing Street in Parliament and putting an end to our planned replacement. Romanians did that, I think, in 1989 with the removal of Ceausescu and his execution. It can be done, but why? Why? Why haven't we done it yet? Have the British become so timid and cowardly that they will just watch like sheep in a field waiting to be slaughtered? I have always said that land belongs to those who can take it, defend it, and hold it for their children. Well, we're not doing that, are we? I, for one, am just waiting for the call to take back our country. Those who don't subscribe to what I've just said are my enemy. They are my country's enemies. If by some miracle, and it will take a miracle now, guys, we British do prevail to turn things around, take back our control of our country, all these politicians, judges, all those who facilitated what has happened to our people, they are responsible for all the crimes that have taken place since the 1950s, when they started to bring these people in as a part of a deliberate plan to carry out ethnic cleansing against the British people. You've been listening to Paul Morris, The Green Arrow. I'm asking you, like, hype, subscribe, become a member of this channel. It needs to grow. See you on the next one.